After I made love to Natasha Romanoff again, she told me that soon she's going on a mission to save her sister Yelena Belova and the other Black Widows, and she wants me to help her, and I said yes ma'am, I'll definitely come with you to help you out on your mission. And then Natasha Romanoff said I have to find out where she is first, and the next day I went all around the world saving people. Theme music Beyonce Halo plays in the background while I save people everywhere and all across the news and the world. People see me in my custom Predator armor with the Fist of the North Star symbol on my chest and the Akuma Oni symbol on my back, and then in an interview on the news a man is talking about me and he is saying 99% of people on this planet believe in God and they believe in a Messiah, a savior, a man that literally came from the heavens to save all of us, and I do believe that this man Kenshiro has become that Messiah, that savior that just wants to save people. And then the other guy said I don't think he's a Messiah or a god, I think he's just a guy that simply wants to do the right thing. And then I saw in New York City Park where Frank Castle and his family were about to be shot, and I appeared in front of them and I used my magical shield to protect them all, and I asked Frank Castle, are you all okay? And then all the criminals scattered when they saw me. They said, he's here boss, that Kenshiro guy, what do we do? And I heard them say shoot him, kill him, and then I scowled and then I practically teleported in front of them and I killed the criminals that tried to kill me and Frank Castle along with his family. And then the cops showed up and they said freeze, don't move, and I said it was self-defense, they tried to kill me and they were shooting at me with guns and I had no choice, they were trying to kill innocent people and the cops arrested me for killing all the scumbag criminals that tried to kill Frank Castle and his family. And then all the other cops asked the other dirty cops, why did we arrest him? He did us all a favor. And during my trial Frank Castle and his family testified on my behalf and many people testified on my behalf against the criminals I killed, but they still sent me to prison for some reason, even though the witnesses and the evidence was staggering against the criminals that tried to kill me and Frank Castle's family. But then Natasha Romanoff, otherwise known as Black Widow, found out that I was in prison for protecting innocent people and she was pissed off, and then she pulled more than a few strings and she legally got me out of prison. When she found out who was responsible for putting me in prison, she killed the people responsible and exposed them all for the criminals they were, and that got me out of prison. Seeing a man like me on death row pissed off Frank Castle so bad he decided to become the Punisher anyway, even though his family wasn't killed during my trial. I remembered what Frank Castle said. He said, all you assholes that arrested Kenshiro should be ashamed of yourselves, that man is a hero, he saved me and my family, and those assholes were still shooting at us, and by the time you assholes would have got there it would have already been too late because they were still trying to kill us. But he killed those asshole criminals and he stopped them from murdering my innocent family, so fuck all of you. You arrested the wrong man, he didn't deserve that, you should be giving him a damn Medal of Honor and a key to the city, not a felony charge. But regardless, I was released from prison and all my charges and felonies were dropped like a bad habit. In other words, I was pardoned of all my crimes, and then I went with my wife Black Widow on her mission and I met her sister Yelena Belova, and when Natasha tried to fight Yelena Belova I snuck up behind Yelena Belova and I held her firm enough so she couldn't escape or move, and struggled and tried her best to escape from my iron grip, but she couldn't escape no matter how hard she tried because I'm invincible. And when tried to attack my private parts she hurt her hands and she said loudly, let me go you big bastard, and I said stop struggling and calm down, I'm not trying to hurt you. And then Yelena Belova screamed let me go, and then I said calm down, stop trying to kill us, and Natasha Romanoff said you can't escape from his grip, he's too strong. And then Yelena Belova said get the fuck off me, and she tried to headbutt me but she just knocked herself out. And then I asked Natasha Romanoff should we restrain her, and she said yes, definitely, make some of those handcuffs you like to use. And then when Yelena Belova woke up her hands and feet were handcuffed, and then Natasha Romanoff was checking my body to see if I was okay, and she asked me did she hurt you, and I said no ma'am, and Natasha Romanoff kissed me passionately and Yelena Belova saw everything and she said loudly you must be Natasha's boyfriend. And then Natasha said you're an asshole, you tried to kill us.